Hello everybody, today we're going to divide 7,031,985 by 823 using the flag division method. So let's get started. I'm going to show all my work within this area right here. So I'm going to do two vertical lines, horizontal line. Okay, this line bothers me, so I'm going to make it better. Okay, that's good enough. Now, let's get started. So I'm going to put my 8 over here. Okay, and I'm going to put my two flag digits here, a 2 and a 3. Okay, great. So I have an 8 over here, then I have a 2 and a 3. And I'm going to put the numbers right here. So I have 7, 0, 3, 1, 9, then I have an 8, 5 right here. So plenty of room to show my work. Okay. So step 1 is going to be, how many times does 8 go into 70? It goes in 6 times, so right underneath here, I can just put a 6. I'm sorry, 8. 8 times 8 is 64. So 64 plus, that means the remainder is 6, because 64 plus 6 is 70. So I'm going to put a 6 over here. Now, I have to make, this is my gross dividend, I have to make the adjustment. So I'm going to say minus. In this step, I just multiply the left flag digit times the recent quotient figure. So minus 2 times 8. What's 2 times 8? That's just 16. So I'm going to subtract 63 minus 16 is 47. Okay? So that's my adjusted dividend figure. How many times does 8 go into 47? I'm going to say 5 times. 8 times 5 is 40, so therefore there's 7 left over here. Now, watch how I explain this step because it's a little different. I'm just going to move this 7 and this 1 over, okay? 7 is right here. 1 was right here. Now, when we make the adjustment here to the gross dividend, we have to subtract the sum of the cross products. So you can just subtract them one at a time. So watch how I'm going to do this. 2 times 5 is 10, so I'm going to subtract 10. And then 3 times 24, 3 times 8 is 24. So you can think of it like that, okay? So I have 71 minus 34. So that's just 37, okay? So let me do it in blue. Okay? Let me bring the 9 a little bit further over. Okay, now my adjusted dividend figure is 37. So how many times does 8 go into 37? It can't be 5, so 1 less than that is 4. 8 times 4 is 32. So therefore there's 5 left over here. And remember, we go 2 at a time now, so I'm going to subtract the sum of the cross products. So I'm going to focus on the 23 and the 54. 2 times 4 is 8, so I subtract 8. And then 3 times 5 is 15, so I have to subtract 15 again. So as far as how to do this quickly, you can add these two together to get 23. So 59, let's subtract 20 and then subtract 3. So 59 minus 20 is 39. 39 minus 3 is 36. So I'm going to put my adjusted dividend figure is 36. Great. How many times does 8 go into 36? The answer is 4. 8 times 4 is 32. And there's a remainder of 4. Okay? Great. When we make the adjustment here, we're just going to bring the number down. You don't have to see how many times it goes into it. So this is a 48. Let me make that more clear. So there's a 4 right there. So 48, okay? So now we're going to work with the 44 and the 23. So we're going to make our subtractions right now. 2 times 4 is 8, so I subtract 8. So you can keep track of it. Now we're at 40, right? 48 minus 8 is 40. So I subtracted 8, and I have to subtract 12 too. 3 times 4 is 12. So let's be really careful here. You can think of it as 48 minus 8, which is just 40, and then 40 minus 12, so 40 minus 10 is 30, 30 minus 2 is 28. So I'm going to bring the 28 down right here. Okay? Now this last step, to get this, what's going to be right here, you take this 5 minus right flag digit times the last quotient figure. So minus 3 times 4 is just 12, isn't it? So 5 minus 12 is actually negative 7. So I have to put a bar like that. Okay? So I have 28 and then bar 7. So what does that mean? That's really saying 280 minus 7. But there's a really easy way to, systematic way to go about this. The base is 10, so I'm going to say 10 minus 7 is 3. And then take 1 away from here. 28 minus 1 is 27. Okay? So this is my quotient. This is my remainder. Good job. Keep practicing. You'll get much better.